screen? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk a new point from unit number 4, material control, that is stock levels. Basically, stock level, it is one of the technique of material control. Setting of various stock levels is one of the technique of inventory control, and the main purpose of setting various stock level is to avoid the situation of understocking and overstocking of the stocks, and to avoid the situation of extra investment in the stocks. These are the levels which are not permanent, but they need to be revised according to the changes in the factors which determine these levels. So dear students, today we will see what is the meaning of stock level, what are the different types of stock levels, and how these stock levels will help us to decide and revise consistently, and what are the different factors which are affecting on these stock levels. Because once you know the stock levels, you will be able to control your material with the help of using this technique. And therefore, this inventory control includes raw material, store supplies, spare part, tool component, assemblies, partly finished goods and finished goods. It is a system which ensures the provision of required quantity of stock at the required time with the minimum amount of capital. Basically, the quantum or the quantity of inventory to be kept is to be decided after taking into consideration the different factors. For example, availability of finance, quantity, discount allowed, cost of storage, space available, fluctuation in prices, nature of goods, perishable or otherwise, obsolescence, economic order quantity, time required to obtain the delivery. And from all these points of views, the different stock levels are to be fixed. So as I already told you, the basic purpose of material control is to maintain the raw material as low as possible, and at the same time it should be made available whenever it is required in the production department. There may be sometimes we may purchase extra stock or maybe less stock. And the reason for not getting properly planned is because you have either purchased overstock or understocking. And therefore, if you have purchased extra stock, it means that there is a blocking up of your capital. And therefore, it will lead to deteriorations or obsolescence. Deteriorations means your capital will get reduced and your efficiency will also getting declined. So this is called as an deteriorations. And on the other hand, when there is an understocking, then this understocking will lead to the stoppage of production, and therefore customer may turn away on account of failure of timely supply. If you are not able to supply the goods on timely because you don't have the available material on time in your production level, so on that, at this point, the customer may change their preference to the another manufacturer. And therefore, every company, they must fix a stock level, which is also known as demand and supply method of inventory control. Have you understood what is the meaning of stock levels? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you understood the meaning of stock levels? So that I will further proceed, because after completing this presentation, we are supposed to solve the numerical questions on the stock levels.
Yes, sir, let's move ahead.
Okay. So the different stock levels are: number one, minimum stock level. Second is maximum stock level. Third, reorder level. Fourth one is danger level, reordering quantity, and last is average stock level. Now let me give you a short review of what are these different stock levels. Minimum stock level means in your company, whenever production is being getting carried out, at that time you should decide how much should be the minimum stock which is required for production, and that amount of or that quantity of stock should be kept in the godown every time, so that production will be carried out without any interruption. Maximum stock level means this is the stock maximum you should hold in your company. More than that, it is not required. Maximum quantity of stock required in the company should be decided by the company before production is being carried out. Reorder level. Reorder level means when your stock is having maximum level, and once the production is being started, your stock will getting reduced. And when it goes down to the below the minimum level and above the danger level, then you are supposed to place an order into the market. So this level is known as an reorder level. Danger level means this is the minimum level of stock. It is below the minimum level, below which you will be in danger, because if you could not able to get the timely supply, then your production may be getting stopped. So therefore this level should be considered as an danger level. Reordering quantity. Many times this reordering quantity is called as an economic order quantity. It means that whenever you issue an order to the supplier, that order should be in such a way that your ordering and carrying cost should be minimum at the lowest low price. So this quantity is known as an reorder quantity. And average stock level, it is nothing but it is the average of in between minimum and maximum stock level. So average of these two levels is considered as an average stock level. I will explain all these points with the help of formulas also, and at the last we will see the presentation on the graph paper also. So minimum stock level. Minimum stock level, it means that it represents the minimum quantity of material which must be maintained in the hands at all the times. This level is being decided on the basis of rate of consumption. Rate of consumption means how much material is required in the production process. So the percentage of consumption that a machine require, so based on that, your minimum stock level should be kept in the godown, so that depending upon the rate of consumption, you can able to supply the material. And second is the lead time. Lead means the time which is required for manufacturing the products. That time is known as an lead time. So therefore, rate of consumption and lead time, both these things you should take into account whenever you are deciding your minimum level in the company. The third factor that you should take into account is availability of substitute and reorder level. Substitute, sometimes the same quality of goods at the same price, if it is not available with the supplier, then you should go for the substitute, the another way or the another material you should use, but it should not hamper the quality of product. And therefore the minimum stock level, it should be calculated using the following formula. This formula should be kept in mind, and everyone, you should write this formula in your notebook. Minimum stock level is equal to reorder level minus normal consumption multiplied by normal reorder period. See, reorder level means this is the level at which you are supposed to place an order to purchase the goods. From this level, you are supposed to minus the normal consumption multiplied by normal reorder period. Normal consumption means how much material is required for normally manufacturing the goods, multiplied by normal reorder period means when you are purchasing goods again. So if you multiply this and minus from the reorder level, you will be able to know what is the minimum stock level in your company. Second level is maximum level. Maximum level is that level of stock above which the stock in hand should not normally be allowed to excess. It means maximum company should hold the stock in the godown or the store, in the store of the company, and maximum of this it is not allowed. It should be the maximum quantity that should be held in the godown. It is the largest quantity of particular material which may be held in the store at any time. The objective of fixing this maximum stock level is to avoid the cost of overstocking, such as cost of storage, cost of investment in stock, cost of insurance, risk of obsolescence, etc. So to avoid these particular types of risk, we are fixing the maximum level of stock in the company. And this level is fixed after considering the different factors. For example, reorder level should be considered first, reorder quantity should be considered, minimum rate of consumption should be considered, minimum reorder period should be considered, availability of finance, that is working capital, should be considered, availability of storage space should be considered, extra cost of insurance should be considered, risk of obsolescence and deterioration, it should be considered, supply of obsolescence and deterioration, it should be also taken into account, and the most important factor, that is price fluctuation, should be taken into account. Why I am telling all these points should be considered is because once you are purchasing the huge quantity of material, that is maximum quantity of material for your production, different factors may affect your price, quality, quantity, and the supply of goods. So therefore, all these points should be taken into account before fixing the maximum level. And hence the formula for calculating the maximum stock level that you should please note in your notebook, that is reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum consumption multiplied by minimum reorder period. See, reorder level plus reorder quantity, it means how much is my reorder level. It means when I should purchase the goods plus how much should I purchase the goods. We are making addition of these two things. And from this, you are supposed to minus minimum consumption multiplied by minimum period. It means you know once that at this point I am supposed to place the order, and this should be the minimum quantity I am supposed to keep in my store. So if you minus these two things, automatically the maximum quantity that you should held in your company, it can be easily calculated. Third level is known as an reorder level. So reorder level means, see, in the name itself you can able to see reordering level, or you can say when to order. When to order the goods from the supplier. Reorder level is that level of stock at which fresh orders should be placed for replacement of stock. It is fixed somewhere between the maximum and minimum level. Reorder level means it is the level which is fixed in between maximum and minimum level. It means reorder level should be placed before reaching to the minimum level, so that again continuous supply can be provided to the production department, so that uninterrupted production can be carried out. Therefore, the objective of fixing the reorder level is that fresh supplies are received just before the minimum level is reached. And at the reorder level, the purpose is requisition should be made out for fresh supply. Requisition means you should send an order for the fresh supply of the material. The objective of fixing the reorder level is to determine when fresh orders should be placed for replacement of stock. This level is fixed after considering maximum rate of consumption, maximum reorder period, and minimum level. Therefore, the formula to calculate the reorder level is maximum consumption multiplied by maximum reorder period. It means how much is the maximum material that you are required multiplied by how much is the maximum period that you require for the consumption of the entire goods, so that a reorder level can be fixed with the help of this formula. Whenever we will take a numerical examples, you will be able to understand that these are the levels and how these levels will help to control the inventory in the organization. And the fourth level is danger level. Danger level is the level at which normal issue of raw material inventories are stopped. It means issue of material is being stopped and emergency issues are only made on special requisition approved by the competent authority. See what I said? Emergency issues are made on the special requisition approved by the competent authority. Emergency issue. It means sometime we have some sort of goods in our organization, and these types of goods or these goods are issued when there is a very emergency situation or the special occasion in the company, and only the competent authority are being issued such type of quantity. So therefore this level is known as an danger level. When stock reaches this level, an urgent action is required, because if your stock is going below the danger level, it means now your production is going to be stopped anyhow. So therefore anyhow you may require material, and therefore when your stock reaches to this level, an urgent action is required for the purpose of fresh supply of material. It is generally below the minimum level. Therefore some organizations treat minimum level as danger level, whereas some organization fix danger level above the minimum level or below the minimum level. It is meant for taking urgent corrective action. That's it. Therefore, it is fixed above the minimum level is for preventive action. The objective of fixing the danger level is to determine when an urgent action is required for fresh supply of material. This level is being fixed using the different factors, that is normal rate of consumption, maximum reorder period for emergency purchases, and hence the formula for danger level is danger level is equal to average consumption multiplied by maximum reorder period for emergency purchases. Average consumption. Average, how much quantity of material that you require for production, and maximum reorder period for emergency purchases. Maximum, how much time is with us for emergency purchases. If you multiply this, automatically you will come to know the danger level stock. Number 5th is known as an reordering quantity, or the very famous word for this is known as an economic order quantity, and therefore reorder quantity is also known as economic order quantity. Basically this is not a stock level. It is a quantity to be ordered when stock reaches to the minimum level. It is the quantity of inventory which can be reasonably ordered at a time and purchased very economically. It means economic order quantity, we place an order when our stock reaches to the minimum level, and the order is to be purchased at the minimum prices and optimum quantity of stock. It is also known as standard order quantity. The quantity order depends upon the two important factors, that is acquisition cost and the cost of possessing the material, that is storage cost. When order for material is placed, it must facilitate trade discount, economy in transportation, and at the same time it should not incur the heavy charges on account of storage insurance. Therefore economic order quantity should be calculated using the formula, and the famous formula for EOQ is in the square root 2AO divided by C, where EOQ means economic order quantity, A stand for annual consumption of input in units, O stand for ordering cost per unit, and carrying cost per unit per annum. So this is known as economic order quantity or the stock. It is not a stock level, but it is a economic order quantity. And the next level of stock is average stock level. Average stock level means it indicates an average stock held by the organization, and this level of stock may be computed by using any one of the following formula. There are two formulas out of which you can use any one formula. That is average stock level is equal to maximum level plus minimum level divided by 2, or the another formula for calculating the or average stock level is minimum stock level plus 1/2 reorder quantity. If you use this formula, you will be automatically come to know how much is the average quantity of stock that an organization should keep into account. Okay, have you understood all the levels of stock? That is minimum level, maximum level, reorder level, then danger level, and fifth one was average stock level. Reorder quantity, it was not a level, but it was a quantity to be ordered very economically. Have you understood all these 5 types of levels of stock? Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will explain all these things on the chart. Here you can see on the x-axis, the quantity of stock is mentioned over here, and on the y-axis, the quantity of stock is mentioned, and on the x-axis, the times that is needed to be purchased in week is mentioned over here. So in this company, the 200 units, it is considered as an minimum stock level. Minimum stock level means at least 200 units of material should be kept in the company for minimum level. So in this minimum level, to reach to the zero level of material, the buffer stock is also mentioned. Buffer stock means an amount of stock held as contingency in case of unexpected orders, so that such orders can be made and in case of any delays from the supplier. Buffer means suppose if there is an emergency situation or there is a delay from the supplier, then you are supposed to hold the buffer stock in your company. So this level of 200 is being considered here as a minimum stock level. Here you can see 800 is a maximum level of stock. It means maximum 800 units you should hold in your company, so that there might not be extra or excessive investment in the stock, or the company can easily manufacture the goods. And in between the maximum and minimum level, the 400 is considered as an reorder level. 400 means, suppose if the production is being carried out, you have the 800 units, and after the consumption of the or rate of consumption is being increased, your production or your stock level will go down, and when it will reach to the 400,